just let their ass fall because I'm tired of this shit. God damn it. Anyway, back to Bill. Um, not for he's speaking the truth though. Sometimes we just go 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 go, and life goes ahead of you. And a lot of elders tell you to enjoy your family, take time for your family, take time for your friends, take time to travel, live, because those people at work, those jobs gonna keep going. You leave today, they're gonna find somebody in your position before you die. So we gotta learn to live. Yes, it's important for you to be successful or important for you to try and do what you want to do. But in the midst of that, play, have fun. They say, work before pleasure. No, more pleasure. You still gonna work, but work smart. Don't keep on killing yourself with these people.
You know what's crazy? Y'all know me personally. I'm a fucking workaholic. Sometimes you got to make me go to bed and go to sleep. Um, I really didn't learn to appreciate time until I actually had to sit back and just not do nothing. You feel me? At one point, I looked up, I looked at my kids, and I'm like, damn, y'all got big. Like, I really looked at them, was like, you guys are growing to the next phase of life. And I'm like, dog, where did time go? And I started reflecting and realized that I somewhat missed a lot of moments. I'm don't get it twisted. I've been there all the time, but because I work so hard, sometimes I miss out on certain moments. Right. So when I was forced to sit back and chill, and I was around more, I could pay attention to my family more. You feel me? My connection with my kids got way deeper. You feel me? Like we're on a whole different dialogue. And to double pack what he also said about cutting yourself slack, I am my worst critic. You feel me? Even in my moments of victory where I could be like, good job. You did it, big boy. You feel me? I'm still like, ah, you could have did this better. You could have did that better. And next time it's gonna be way better. You feel me? Like I don't know how to celebrate my small wins because I have a fear of being comfortable. You feel me? And that's a big human flaw that people have where they'll get ahead and they'll accomplish something and they'll take their foot off the gas. And next thing you know, they'll lose the race. You feel me? I learned to say, you know what? Yeah, I did it, but how can I do it better? And I end up beating myself up. Like, prime example, when we had our studio, right? It delayed the opening because I was being a perfectionist with the vision. You feel me? How I wanted to look on the opening, but the whole time it was holding me back. You feel me? And I was being super hard on myself about that. But I'm sorry, I was ranting like shit.
Quick, you up?
Well, cutting yourself some slack, probably for the duration of my existence was the hardest thing for me to do because I'm the hardest on myself even about things that may not even concern me directly, you know. So granted, for instance, I could get one of these plaques over here, but there can be something little that'll throw me completely off and I fall into because I tend to still because granted I fall in and out of heavy states of dysthymia. And for in layman's terms, depression. Stints of depression. I still deal with that. And once again, the main thing I pick apart in those times is me, myself. I take things out on myself before I take it out on somebody. It goes myself, the world in general, and whoever gets caught in the crossfire. I really had to. It's something that I've learned just to live with and deal with because I end up I'm so used to it. I'm like, oh, here you go again. But I come out of it because still I'm always as sick and twisted as this. Now, granted, this is going to sound very twisted, so forgive me. And maybe it's just because the scariest part about having a mind state like this is getting used to it. There's a twisted part of me that almost likes feeling that way. I do not know why, but because it's another feeling, but it also motivates me. And that motivation leads that's mind state leads to another state of self-reflection. And when it comes all down to it and all the smoke is cleared, the only thing that's left is what I accomplished, which makes the win that much greater, for me. That's when I actually end up celebrating everything. And all that happens at a very rapid pace. It doesn't take long. But it's weird. It's crazy that that's the pattern that it happens for me. But regardless, it all leads down to the celebration of that win. So, yeah, as long-winded as that was, that's the only way I can really explain it as far as it pertains to me. But
You want to know something quick?
mm-hmm.
It's crazy that you said you kind of like feeling that way. You feel me? Because I feel you. It's something, and you answered your own question. It's the motivation. It's kind of like when you hard on yourself. You feel me? You're focused on being better, or you're focused on, you know what I'm saying? Like when you in that mode, you're focusing on being better. You feel me? And when that's a different type of focus. You feel me? Proving somebody else is wrong, you feel me? The outside chatter proving them wrong versus proving yourself right is totally different. When you know you can do better and you're hard on yourself, it's a different feeling. So I get what you're saying with that. It is the motivation.
Yeah, but it could also be the fact that you don't feel like you're good enough. Have an adverse reaction to that, for the fact that you don't even get to enjoy your accomplishments because you think you need to do better. So you have to be very careful with that as well.
Well, it's weird because, as you can see, I take time to enjoy the accomplishments. I actually documented me enjoying that my recent accomplishment.
Do you masturbate to your accomplishments?
Wrong, bad timing. But
You
anyway,
you have to masturbate to your accomplishments.
But anyways,
that's weird.
Very. But
I may try
anyhow, it's documented that I do celebrate those things, but at the same time, the celebration is short-lived, because now when I look at the accomplishment, that's my competition. I gotta outdo that. Now I gotta be better than what K Quick just did.
So let's talk about the research on this and competition, right? So the studies since the 1980 Olympics, right, in wrestling, we was always dominating weightlifting by the Russians, in wrestling by the Russians, everything. It's finally coming out that they don't actually wrestle. They don't actually lift a lot of heavy weights. What they do is that they play, right? So I always equate, and this is the crazy part, and I'm guilty as y'all. Let's just be honest. It's something in us as Black folk that we hear our parents and we hear our ancestors and everybody telling us what they did, right? So it's always in our mind. It's a constant. But the difference is the Lions and the Russians, somehow they beat us because they didn't take a lot of time on the mat or with the weights. So what they did was they did accumulative small sessions over and over again. And it eventually added up to the surmountable task of beating the Americans in the Olympics. So you take tiny weights and you just keep lifting them every day. And accumulative weights, as we know with the NFL Combine, you play football, so they usually weight, they know how much you can bench press off of a light weight, right? Multiple times over and over again. You can do that longer than you can just taking all the weight and putting it on your shoulders.
What up, Tilly?
Lions lions play more than they fight, but they are always ready to die. It's a mindset. It's not necessarily a physical thing where you have to exhaust yourself. You have to rest yourself for the battle.
So what you're saying, bro, is pretty much masturbation is good because I'm using a small weight continuously over and over.
From behind.
What?
You can't look at yourself. It's deteriorating looking at yourself. Like you can't look at yourself.
Yes.
Look, you got to do something strange sometimes. You got to test yourself. The tried and true method. I agree, Mo. Look at Quick.
You got to hit yourself with the reach it, right?
But you know what? You was doing. That's why he was doing it. He was just pushing it, pushing it, pushing it, pushing it, pushing it. You got him. No, but for real, if you think about it, how do children learn? Children learn through play. We try to make them sit down. We try to push. But in Montessori school, they allow the children to learn through play. They discover, and even as when they get older, out of pre-K and older kids, they learn hands-on. We as adults do the same, but we take that part of ourselves away because society and our family tells us, "You too old for that. You too big for that. You shouldn't be doing that." But that cuts a part of us off, which is why we're so laser driven on doing this, but we're missing so much of the parts of what we need to.
Because our goals are no longer the future. It's just an object, which we call monetary funds, and or the illusion of having that type of power, whatever you want to call it. I don't think that we rarely actually relish the accomplishments, because what Quick said is that it's more so about legacy, right, with him, right? It's more so about legacy with most men. I don't know how women think, because y'all are always at brunch and doing the weirdest shit that I've ever seen in my life, right? You pick the favorite toys that they had. Fellas, live like women. Live like women. Don't live like a man. Live like a woman. Okay? Just do what makes you happy. Eat what you want to eat.
Bro.
Don't starve yourself. Don't
Bro.
fucking not use a contraption from China. Just buy the biggest jack sucker that you can buy and just like enjoy yourself.
Bro.
Like, pleasure is principle.
2 times? Okay. So, bro, let me say this. Let me just say this real quick.
Rock, hold on. Before you say that, why did my headphone piece come out when he was talking about Jack Sucker? My daughter. I'm sitting here doing my daughter hair, and I was like, "Fuck, God damn it!"
Bro, first of all, I do not want to live like a woman. Why?
You should.
Because there's only one dick in my life, and it's mine.
No. Okay? Not saying take a dick.
Nigga, that's live life like a woman.
Trey. First of all, y'all couldn't take dick if you want to. Even the ones that take dick don't know how to take it right.
I don't even want to try.
What is it? There's a training course on how to take dick?
Hey, no. We were created for that. Goddamn it. Anyway. But no, what he means is girls are raised different than boys. Boys are always taught you can't cry, you gotta be tough, you can't do this, you gotta do that, blah, blah, blah. Girls are allowed to be free. Now, it depending on who, your upbringing, you may have a lot more responsibility than some other women may be, but we are allowed to be free. And those of us who had to do more or be more responsible or had to be pushed a certain way have to eventually end up coming into that part of the freedom. You guys need to learn how to be free. And Mo is absolutely right. You can't live your life killing yourself. You have to learn to be free. You got to let go.
That is one of the most poignant things about life that men don't take advantage of, is we never look at the bigger picture, right? So we're an afterthought. If you notice, fellas, if you've noticed, all gentlemen that are in the actual podcast, even women understand that, is that we have to live life so valiantly. We have to be the bravest. We have to represent at all times, right? That it translates over to, being providers. It translates over to the anger, the frustrations that we go through, the type of environments that we have to be in constantly in order to make it out here in order to have that status. I've been looking at the Chimps Kingdom on Netflix, and I'm telling you, everybody go on Netflix and watch it. It's that we are no longer apes. We're smarter than this. I think that us gentlemen and men don't understand that we can focus in on ourselves and still be great at something. I think that the chasing of the status or the power moves that we have to make, that it's not satisfactory enough to be small. We always have to be larger than life. We always have to be the best at everything, you know, which is not a bad thing because that's how buildings are built. That's how Egypt was built. That's how, structures were made, right? But they're gone now. Like, them people worked themselves to the bone. Those men did, trying to figure out how can I get closer to God's status.
But
I think that, I'm sorry, bro.
what's crazy? You say something interesting. You say, like, why do we chase that status? You feel me? Unfortunately, in our society, in our world, if we don't have that status, then we're not looked at and valued. You dig what I'm saying?
No man is looked at in value, even if they're billionaires.
Also,
They're valued more than regular schmoes.
I don't find
It's not even
that
value. It's not even value. Their assets are valued. A lot of and it's unfortunate. You can have the same life that that you would have with a billionaire without the money, because a lot of people that run after billionaires just want the money. They don't really like the person. So it's the asset. It's not necessarily the person.
So when it comes to being hard on ourselves as human beings, it's no male nor female. It's when we're looking at ourselves in the mirror every morning. That's the reason why I posted it, because it caught me off guard because it came from a billionaire, right? But his regret was that he micromanaged every fucking thing in his life. He said he overlooked the parking lot and would penalize people that left early because they had some shit that was happier than the environment that they were being punished in for a small fee, which is time, right? Time, right? That's a small fee to a business owner. You dig? So him saying that really made me think about all of the sacrifices that I've made in life. And it should make everybody look at themselves and just be like, well, goddamn, he was focused until he had children. Once you have kids, it should relax you. It should be like, okay, this is my legacy now. I already made a legacy. I don't have to worry about anything else.
But see, the difference between him and us, I had my kids young. I ain't had no time. My legacy was just beginning. You feel me? I ain't had no ground to stand on. So I've been in grind. It's crazy. I was just talking about this. I've been in grind mode since I graduated. You feel me? I immediately had a family to take care of. You feel me? So that shifted me to be focused, to put that time in. You feel me? So that's I feel for him, but it's like my situation was a little bit different. He had money and then had kids. You feel me? Like, at least he can take that time to shift his focus to his family because he's financially stable, versus me not being financially stable, coming in as a youngin'. You feel me? And trying to spend time with my kids. You feel me? It's a balance that it's about family life in work and in entrepreneurship. It's a balance. And I don't think that people really understand how tough of a balance it is, because you got to really look at it like kind of compared to paying bills. Sometimes when all the bills hit off at one time, you be like, oh, somebody ain't getting paid. Somebody gonna have to wait. Often, us as men, we're in situations where we're like, you know what? Somebody's not getting my time. And at times, unfortunately, your family's going to be that I can't do it today. You feel me? Because you have things that you have to get done. Because if you don't grind, if you don't bring in that money, then y'all don't eat. And it's a fucked up situation to be in.
I don't think it's that fucked up.
Nah, I'm gonna tell you something, bro. I love my family, bro. I love my kids. You feel me? I work in the property management. I've been in this field for about 13 years. You feel me? Doing maintenance. You know what I'm saying? I've been consistently on call for 12 out of those 13 years, bro. There's been times where I was on call every week. There's been times I've been on every other week and then every 2 weeks. But still, I always get calls during those times where I'm supposed to be with my family, bro. And that shit kills me to get up and leave and go to work in the middle of the summer because AC season is jumping and I'm spending 8 hours a day at work on a Saturday and a Sunday. And when I get home, my little youngest already in bed because they little kids. You feel me? Like, that shit sucks. Like, I didn't get to see what they did around the house that made them pass out like they went to work with me. You feel me? Like, I see the mess. All I see is the mess and the passed out kids. You feel me? Like, I spend a lot of time with my kids. And those moments of laying on the floor playing Legos, watching Dora and Diego, those are very critical and precious moments that you can't get back. You feel me? Like, I often want to have another child just because I want to watch some little kids shows. That shit was pretty cool for a second.
That's called
You better
grandkids.
go and watch the show.
Yeah.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
That's the reason why.
That's
Hey,
called Uncle
look.
Wait a
Rock.
minute. Am I the only one who still watches cartoons?
Hell
Ain't
no,
nothing
nigga.
wong with that. Ain't
I'm
nothing
about to
wrong with
say,
it.
you can still watch them shows, right?
If you still watching Sesame Street and fucking Dora.
Bruh, I'm gonna tell you exactly what I watch. Now, granted, I still watch my Power Rangers.
Okay.
I still watch SpongeBob. Because granted, some people don't realize how long SpongeBob been around. SpongeBob came out in 1999. I was 7. Okay? I still watch SpongeBob. Yeah, I still watch SpongeBob. And don't let me take it back to the Fox 5 kids. I will watch Animaniacs, Pinky and the Brain, Tom and Terry. I will watch the goddamn Looney Tunes. I will watch Ed, and Eddie. I will run through the entire Cartoon Network roster of 2000 through 2008. Real
you
talk.
You are like 20 years old, bro.
Whatever. But anyhow, like I said, some things just never get old.
Still most behind the nuts, son.
Awkward.
You know what?
Hold on. Can I play the video mode since you said something about nuts?
Let's go.
Now look, as men, we bear a heavy load on our back, carrying our families and everything. But what if you had to carry that load under your dick? Let's watch the footage.
I've been ready. She has an incredibly cool personality.
How the meatball taste?
Pretty good.
I really refer to him as my other man. So I'm like, I wash and cook and everything for him. That's my other man.
One benefit of the testicle set is that sometimes it makes for a good resting spot for a plate, like a nice little table. You gotta stretch the living daylights out of this thing. I need to use the restroom.
Wesley P standing up normally, but it's not like he can aim. The balls have grown over his penis, so it just drips and runs down the set.
We're probably a few months shy of 4 years since I've seen my penis. There are times in life that I had sex, but I do not believe that I'm able to still get an erection.
When I watch Wesley scrotum, and get into the cracks and the crevices, it's like 1.5 inches deep, maybe. It's really intense. You have to clean it, because if not, then Lord knows what happened. Then
Let's talk about this real quick, because this is like a
Okay.
4-minute
How
video.
much does she get paid?
Hold on. My father. Okay, this is a long story. So R.I.P. to the asshole that I always tell him I'm gonna fuck him up, right? So right there on Nettie Helen Burroughs, there's a McDonald's that still stands. He drove a dump truck, right? This inevitably made him addicted to heroin, right? But that's another story, right? He was so athletic that he decided to jump out the truck before it fell. He was like Flash Gordon, right? And the dump truck actually crushed him in 3 places in his pelvis. So what happened was, now that I'm finding out through the research of this, is that his lymph nodes got injured in the 3 places. I don't know if y'all know how tough a pelvis is, but it's hard to kill. So what happened was, this shit is funny, y'all. I remember him complaining about his nuts being in the shit water when he take a dump. And I always wondered, what the hell was he talking about, right? And I seen him naked one day, and his balls were huge. I was like, I want balls like that. I used to pride myself on his balls. If anybody's going to leave a legacy, I want my balls to be as big as my father's. And guess what? It was because so.
I'm gonna tell you right now, this has got to be the weirdest first impression that a guest could possibly ever have, yo. But without further ado, since our guest is here, I would like to welcome you all. Wow, that was weird. I would like to welcome you all. Joining us today on the No Filter Show is a very multifaceted entrepreneur. She is an event coordinator, the whole 9 yards, and she is the owner of Miss TJ Sauce.
Hold on quick. She just walked away from the camera. Hold on.
Okay. I will finish my intro, though.
All right, go ahead.
She is the owner of Miss TJ Sauce, LLC. And I will say her name as soon as I get the signal, since y'all already heard the intro. Any moment.
All right, there we go.
Okay.
There she is. I present to you Miss Angela Malika Mosley.
Welcome.
Malika!
Only you. Oh, I should have turned the TV off. My bad.
What's going on?
Well, I don't know how to come into the show. Hey, Roro, with the whole. I don't even want to repeat it.
I know it's a very.
Go ahead and repeat it, honey. It's okay. Be free.
The whole ball situation, and I wasn't ready, but I guess I gotta get ready.
Yeah. Well, before we start, I might as well introduce you to everybody on the panel here, Ms. Malika. Your fellow ladylike compadre above me here, that is the Blue Phoenix.
Hold up, ladylike?
Oh yeah, she's not ladylike. So, anyways, the female is Blue Phoenix, and she's wearing blue, ironically. And the guy, with the ball situation, that is G.I. Mo. Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure he gave you a good introduction. And the man mending the ship right now is my guy Taylor May Rock right there.
Hello there.
Hello there.
So,
thank you for letting them know that I stepped away from the camera.
Yes, indeed, because we would have brought in an empty chair. So, Miss Malika, for our audience who may not be fully acclimated yet to exactly who you are, who is Angela Malika Mosley, and what is it that you bring to the work?
Well, good evening, everyone. As Quick said, I am the owner and founder of Miss TJ Sauce LLC. That is named after my sons, Tyson and Jaden. They are my why. What I bring to the table, I bring the sauce. What is the sauce? Miss TJ Sauce. It's an all-purpose sauce that gives a bang to everything. This year will be 8 years that I will be in business, and it has truly been a journey, to say the
Oh,
least. Um,
congratulations.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. I had to leave my Washington D.C. stomp ground, hometown, to come to the South to be recognized a little bit for my business. Even though the people at home put me on the map, because if it wasn't for my customers, like Quick, brand ambassador, he is my brand ambassador for my business. So kudos, the awesome videos and marketing can never imagine, and I do appreciate that. But we go back a little further than that, because I have a dual role, right? Now, what I bring to the sauce besides the dual role is I'm a spoken word artist, um, and so I also put on events, and that's where I met the real K Quick.
That is very true, and it's funny you brought that event up because I that was a very very eventful evening. I will say the first I will say since
To say the least.
to say the very least. Just to give y'all a little bit of narrative. That event, let me take y'all back to about 20. I want to say was it 16? About
Yes,
2016,
yes.
2016, give or take. She held this event, and in
Periscope.
the way,
Yes. Oh my
yeah,
God.
way back in the Periscope days. But anyway, she held this event,
Mm,
and at this point, I was promoting, a mixtape that I had just dropped, and she asked me if we met on Periscope. She asked me to perform since we were from the same stomping grounds. The only thing is, what we didn't realize is the
Hello.
evening of this event,
mm.
a huge winter storm happened. So we went, the event had a
Yes.
great turnout, but the problem was getting back home. It was a blizzard outside. And when I say on the dang freeway,
A
cars were
blizzard.
slipping and sliding all over the place. Accidents and fender benders was happening. People literally camped out in the parking lots of grocery stores. Me and my pops was one of them. She met my father that day.
I was,
We literally stayed the
yeah.
night in a giant parking lot. That was my experience, but you had a crazy evening in your commute back home too. Now, granted, what was your side of that evening?
Well, I did a lot of slipping and sliding. My car slid into, like, I literally had to turn and it slid into the curb in a neighborhood. I broke my finger trying to, see if I can get the snow moving from under my tire. And I was literally stuck in my car and doing Periscope live. I was stuck there for a couple of hours. Took about 7 hours to get from 210. So that is how we met, and that is one of the things that I said when he performed. I said, "You're a star," and look at him now. I'm so proud of
Well, speaking of stars, we do have several on the panel, but I want to focus on you for a little bit. Tell us a little bit about where you were before you became the lady with the sauce, and then tell us how you became the lady
you.
with the sauce.
Whew. Well, I was a contractor for contractor for what was it? The Census Bureau. Yep. And my children were very finicky eaters. And I before then I was, I had dual roles. I did hair. I was a contractor for the Department of DOD, and I was a hustler. I'm a hustler, period. That's my mindset. And so that's who I am as a single mom at that time. That's who I was and still am. And one day my children they kept eating the same thing, chicken nuggets, and I got tired and I tricked them. I made some miniature salmon croquettes and they came out dry that day. So I started mixing that sauce. You know that sauce that we eat with our crabs or something like that, right? And my son said, "Ooh, mama, that chicken sure was good." And I said, "Ooh, I think I got some, right?" So fast forward to 2015. Um, because if I take you all the way back, I don't think you want to go way back, Blue. I don't think you want to go way back
Yes, she
there,
does.
but
Yes, she does.
she
Yes,
does.
please.
Well, let me tell you. Well, okay, let's go back. I was, uh, I started in the area and from from Lorraine High School, all girls school, to graduate to Largo High School, to Bowie State, to PG College, and then the marriage, and then the unmarried, and then on that journey, I was homeless in New York City. And in that on that road of New York City, I was doing some spoken word. And a young lady saw me on the passing by. She said, "What? Can you say that poem again?" And then someone else heard it and they said, "We want to invite you to perform at the Apollo Theater." I said, "What?" At that time I was not I was searching for who I was as a woman. And because of that, before I went, I met this artist and he said, "You know what? You are such an angel." I said, "Really?" He said, "You shouldn't say Angela. So I'm going to call you Malika." Right? And so I loved Malika. He said it means angel in Swahili. So that is where people in New York City know me as Malika. People in Philadelphia know me as Malika, right? And so my family had issues with where I was. Like, you think you're gonna be this poet, want to dance everywhere? One of my dreams was be a dancer. I mean, a dancer. But that didn't fly with family and just the way I was rolling, you know. I had that I don't give a no filter uh answer fly of how I wanted to do stuff, right? And so that didn't work. And so it caused friction between my family. And so when I was in New York, I said, "You know what? I just packed up my Land Rover and I drove to New York without a plan." If you don't have a plan in New York City, it's gonna be a tough baby because I slept in the Apollo.
I have to interrupt you
Go ahead.
real quickly. You grew up
Mhm.
in the PG County, DMV area, right?
Yes.
What
Did
makes
it?
New York?
What is?
Uh-oh, you okay? You all right?
Oh, my screen went out when I was talking. I was like, "Why is it black?"
No,
Go
it
ahead.
happens. It happens. It happens sometimes. When
Okay.
you actually made that drastic decision to go up there
Mhm.
to New York, right? What is the difference between them and us? Like I figure if you can make it here in the government, you're tough. Up there, what was the actual difference? What made it rougher up there for you?
Because I didn't know I didn't know where to go. I didn't know what areas was right and what's not right. You know what I'm saying? I knew my ex-husband's cousin, and I showed up on their doorstep like in the rain. You know that white leather puffy coat with the fur on it. I looked like a wet dog out there, and they would not open the door for me. Right? So that's all I had to compare with. And so when I say what made it tough between the DMV in New York is that they go hard in the paint, meaning uh their struggle is different, right? It's like 10 deep for them, and they all just, hey, I mean, I had people in Harlem that was like, yo, Malek, I got you. I had people in the Bronx. Come on, you know what I'm saying? Sis, I got you. But what made it harder was you was either gonna compromise yourself to get that door open or not. That's what you had to do in New York. And that was hard.
So
Very.
how did
Lord
you
knows.
stay fast? Like how did you like just keep moving forward? All sales pointing towards your goal.
So what happened was I'm a hairstylist, and I remember talking to someone and they said that somebody was hiring, right? The person that helped me, this gentleman was a knight in shining armor. He saw me on the road in Brooklyn. I was in Bed-Stuy, and he rolled down the window. He brought me into his brownstone, and he was just a perfect gentleman. And next thing I know, he said, "Listen, here's some money to help you, like go find a job or whatever." And I found a job um, in Times Square. I found a job doing the Ricky Lake show. You know, I found a job, and I can say that I did Khalifa
We
Daniel
need some
Owens'
sirens. We
hair.
need some
I
sirens
found
for
a
that one.
job.
Wow, I didn't even know this about
Yeah,
you. I'm learning
Ricky
stuff
Lake, that
today.
was my show. Like,
Yeah.
So
Did you did
so
did you?
I
Oh no, go ahead. Go ahead.
huh, go ahead.
No, go ahead, baby. Go ahead. You got it.
So what happened is I was in a place of rest his soul, um, where they called me, Craig Mack called me and called what is her name? Annette. She was the owner of Go with the Flow hair salon, and they needed a stylist to do a photo shoot. And they said, he said, What about that girl from that new place? What's that place? DC. And she said, Malika? He said, Malika, this is your first photo shoot, video shoot. I'll never forget that. I'll never forget that. And I was so green, right? Because I was seeing all these damn models with bikinis on, ass out on top of cars, and it was just like, hey, I had to do 10 women like this, boom, 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 boom. So my hustle game in my head was, if I if she sent me on this to do this, then I have to represent, because then I may not get another opportunity. So that took me higher and higher, and it put my name out there. So then it got to, hey, send Angela to Malika, send Malika to, they didn't even know my real name. Send Malika to the Ricky Lake show. I said, what? $200 to put a pony? Oh, baby, okay, I'm ready. So that's how I started building. Then I started working across the street from Sylvia's in Harlem. I met people in Harlem. it really made me who I am today because it gave me that strength, that perseverance, that push. No one came out to see me but one girlfriend when I performed at the Apollo. No one, no family, because they didn't believe where I was. They didn't. What are you doing? You know what I'm saying? Why are you doing this? You have family. You have a home. Why are you saying you're homeless? I'm choosing to be homeless because I have no address on purpose. So that in turn, I wrote the poem Moving On. I
What
had
was
to move
the?
on.
I got to cut you off right there because that's interesting that you said that. So, in choosing to be homeless, what was that drive? Like how nobody here, nobody in this world nowadays would choose to be homeless. What was the
I didn't want to
pure
go.
driving
I didn't want to
force?
go back to.
Was there a
I wanted to
nightmare at
show them that
home?
I can do it.
Was there a
There
nightmare
was,
at home?
there was,
Mhm. Let's talk about it.
yes.
We
It
have plenty
wasn't.
of women that want to
It
identify.
wasn't a
So,
nightmare. It wasn't some. The nightmare at home was my family wasn't accepting where I was. I called home. Uh. Uh. Collect. I said collect call from Malika. Who? Not like that. But it was my voice. So it was. We're not accepting that, right? And then it got to be the friction. It got so bad that it was like, I want you to be who I birthed you to be. And you're doing something different and I don't understand you. So that in turn says, I am going to make it. I'm gonna have to get out of here. Period. That was my when someone tells you that you're a failure and you know deep down inside that you're not, all you're gonna do is just push. You're gonna do what they say that you're not. So that was my driving force. You're not gonna tell me I can't, because I'm gonna get out here and show you that I can.
So with all that being said, Malika, because your testament is amazing, and for real, as long as I've known you and as close as we are, I learned a lot about you in just 5 minutes. For real. Wow. But I know, or we know rather, more than anybody, the best thing about the tribulations is the light at the end of the tunnel. So when was, especially with the business that you have that's flourished, what was the what did that first win feel like? Like literally, when did you say, all right, this is just confirmation here?
Jiffy's Jiffy Sub House across from Andrews Air Force Base.
more
I'm getting
fire,
chills. I'm getting chills.
more
Woo! We
fire.
getting somewhere. I gotta hear this. Tell me about the win.
One day I was driving and I went in there and I saw the older man sitting down there at he sits, the owner. He sits in the booths on the side while everybody go and place their order. And I just stepped out on faith. I said, I got a sauce um that will make your subs just pop if you just give me the opportunity. My sauce wasn't tested in the store. I believed in what my product, and he gave me an opportunity. And he said, "Okay, this is what I'm gonna do. I still have to check because that was the first check someone wrote to Miss TJ Sauce, and it's hard. It was hard as a black woman going into an establishment where they didn't look like me, but they opened the door for me. The father did. The sons did not want me there, but the father said." I said, so I made a sign. You know, when you walk in Jiffy's, you see the apple pies and the desserts in the front in the window. And so I put a little sign and I had my sauce there. Let me tell you something. When I was in there hustling and telling people about the sauce. I turned my head. Somebody done stole the bottle. Somebody done stole. Remember Rochelle? Somebody stole the bottle of sauce off the condiment thing. That's how good it
That
was.
might have been me. I hate to tell you that. That might have been
Yeah,
me.
probably.
I was a young Negro in there. My
Yes. That was a win for me. That was my first win.
That was dope. That was dope. That was dope. Hey
Thank
man.
you.
Mm. Well, I'm gonna tell you then. Since then, you have definitely developed a huge cult following for this product you have here. You know, everything from your social media to the websites and all that stuff. And me being who I am to you, I literally get to see your progression. It's definitely dope to see where I met you and to see where you are. You talk about me, but with where you were and where you are right now, amazing. And it's very, very inspiring. Now,
Thank
even
you.
though you're pretty much established now, my question is, what types of hurdles do you go through as a thriving business owner in the present time? Like, what are you most faced with right now with Miss TJ Sauce?
I think one of the challenges is that is of course is capital, right? Because finding a co-packer for my sauce, that's the next step, right? Getting it tested. That's why I relocated to North Carolina to get it tested at NC State because they have a agricultural center. But it seemed like every time I'm like trying to save the money because it costs a different price per sauce. Every time I get to that step, you know, I get pushed back because my sons need this braces and this and that. Life happens, right? Um, like 2019, before I even relocated. I had a TIA. And if anyone doesn't know what that is, it's called a transit ischemic attack. It's a mild stroke. So I am blessed to even just be talking and walking and, but that whole stress thing. Um, and I literally kind of took a break from being the sauce boss because on social media, and trying to run a business and being a single mom and doing hair and the family, it wears you out. It wears you out. And so those hurdles of trying to manage social media and run a business is a challenge in itself.
I feel you. I feel you. So look, my unc, my uncle, we call him
Taylor?
Unc. Yes, ma'am. So
Okay.
Unc, my uncle knew you was coming on the show, and he pressed out GI Mo, and we told him that he was gonna come on the show. He had some things he wanted to say and ask you. So, um, here go my uncle.
Your uncle?
Yeah, Unc, where you at?
All right, I'm coming, man. My dumbass nephew, GI Mo, he was in the way. Hold on real quick. I gotta turn on this camera. I am not used to such a
Oh,
lady.
stop.
we have to talk about this. Excuse moi. There
What
was
up, Unc?
things. Hey, what's up, nephew? There were certain things that we were talking about that I agree with, and I went through the same thing. I used to hustle Cheetos up in Patterson, New Jersey, while you were there. Do you know what Patterson, New Jersey is, ma'am?
No, but you better stop saying New Jersey because I was in Hoboken. I
Oh
did,
my
I did,
Jesus!
I did work in Hoboken, New Jersey.
So you understand that it's very ghetto there. They still have trash from 1965 there.
Oh my God,
I really wanted to
I'm
go
weak.
into this film that you posted because this is beautiful advertisement. Uh I am the founder of the Light Skin Coalition. I think that this sauce fits our description. Can we go ahead and roll that beautiful sauce footage right there, sir?
Happy New Year. It's Miss TJ Sauce in the place to be. Don't you want to try a little Miss Sweet and Sassy? Or how about some Miss Kiki? Well, Miss TJ Vegan's here too, but you don't see her, but she is available as well. Visit my website. It's an all-purpose sauce. It truly, truly, truly gives a bang to everything. What you waiting for? I know you want to try it. I do. I know you do. If you want to collaborate, we can do that too. It's TJ Sauce. I'm the Sauce Boss. www.misstjsauce.com.
Now,
TJ
She hit her
Sauce.
with the quiet
now,
storm voice right there.
excuse me, fellas, because I don't like you Negroes anyway, right? So let's go ahead and get started on that commercial right there. That promotion there, ma'am, that was different.
I let to laugh.
And
Yeah.
I don't know if you understand what being compromised is about, but I was compromised with that sauce right there. I bought like five of them, and I tried them out on myself. Okay, I tried them out in a lover's experience. I had a threesome with yeah, with yeah. I tried it,
Oh
and
my
it worked out. It worked out ever so greatly.
I had, wait a
Uh,
minute, I had something to drink, but I don't know what happened to it. I think I need to go get it.
now you see that
Jaden,
sauce, that
where's
was
my
your fault.
drink?
That was your fault because you know what you was doing when you was talking like that
oh
in a
my
very
goodness.
low sensual tone
Come
to
on now.
sell
How
your
do you
stuff.
whisper ever? You whispered like a if I could imagine Tweety Bird on ecstasy. That's exactly how the hell that sound. That sound like ecstasy Tweety Bird. And I was born in Greensboro, North
Oh,
Carolina, so yeah, I get it. Your travels have
let,
been
let him
dope.
talk.
Now, while you were in New York and you had Craig
Thank
Mack
you.
approach you. Craig Mack also had me in a bikini too. Now I was in a thong bikini. I was modeling for Biggie and them. They wanted me to oh, okay, I'm sorry. Maybe that was too much. And your name was
Yeah.
Michaela, Malika,
No, Malay. No, Malika. Say ma.
Malika, Ma,
Very good. La.
Laika.
Lay.
Oh, Ma
Yes.
La
Assalamu
Laika.
alaikum. Go.
Mine's,
Mm-hmm.
you know what? You beat me to because that was actually my stripper name. It was Assalamu Alaikum. I think that
I'm
that's
done.
because I used to wear. What do you mean? I was coming up with my own sauce up there too. I used to strip, and it was
First
peanut
of
sauce. I
all,
thought this
oh
peanut sauce
Lord,
was going
sir.
to be amazing, but it just didn't make it. It was a lot of allergens back in the day. So, yep, I'm looking at my notes. I'm sorry,
Mm,
but
mm, mm,
yeah,
mm.
yep. And I was on the Ricky Lake show too. I was
Okay.
in the
I'm
back.
trying to hold my face up, right? Okay, that way.
you you're really making this hard, ma'am, for me to keep a straight face because I find that your sauce
Good,
is
because you know what?
amazing. Yes, ma'am.
No, my sauce is sweet and sassy. My sauce is kicking. And baby,
Well,
it's TJ vegan. Okay.
Thank you
well,
for
Mm.
giving her that.
Well, as the uncle of these little bastards that are interviewing you, I was born in 1965. I am barely holding on. I have nothing to lose. Would you like to go on a date? We can compare sauces all night.
Not with
Wow.
that wig.
Okay.
This is not a wig. This is my natural everyday wear.
He
I am
don't even got
handsome.
chemicals in it. That's natural curl.
Yeah.
That's all juices and berries.
All juices and berries.
I
And a
know
little
you.
bit of shea butter.
Now listen. I know you were fond of Rick James. I know you were fond of Rick James at one point.
Oh, you know it. You know it.
He wore bangs with braids. He wore Bayang's braids. He wore Bayang braids. You a hairstylist now. I am fully natural, and here you go hating on me. All right. So I take it you're not into light skinned men, huh?
Hold on. He had what? Say it one
Uh,
more time for me.
He had braid Bayang.
Okay, thank you. I just want to hear it one more time.
braid bang,
Bayang.
Bang.
Bang.
bang, bang. Okay, bang. Complexion doesn't matter to me as long as you're not part of the Willy Wonka factory, people.
Okay, well, with that being said,
Okay.
we will definitely be denouncing this date
Hmm.
because complexion is everything. And I thought that I could convert you over to the light skin coalition, but obviously you have a hatred, even though your sauce is just as light as me, which is very delicious and very tasty. My punk ass nephew stole a couple from Jiffy. I know for a fact. He came home
Okay.
smelling sweet.
Did he?
Hmm.
Okay.
Hmm. Yeah. So
Hmm.
anytime, Rock,
Okay.
I'm gonna get off air, but anytime this young lady is ready to convert over, ma'am, Malachi, is that your name
Yes.
again? Okay, I'm kind of old. Excuse me, but anytime you're ready to convert over,
Hey,
I'll be
Malika,
waiting.
Joker,
Oh, Malika.
you fired.
Okay, all right. Well, in the absence of my duty, found her out. Love y'all.
All right.
Deuces.
Yo, why you
Peace.
call her Malachi though?
Right.
I'm
You gonna
done
have
with
to.
you,
You have to pardon my uncle. He has no manners.
He needs a whooping,
Yeah.
yo.
and he needs his
He need a
sauce
whole
on
need to
point.
go get a switch.
So look,
He
I've
need a
been sitting.
switch.
I've been sitting quiet this whole entire time and just listening. I just want to say, you know what I'm saying? I admire the hustle. As an entrepreneur, I can tell that this is a grind and you can tell that your heart is in it, right? So I have to ask you this
Yes.
question. Why is your sauce better than any other sauce that's on the shelf? This is your time to talk your shit.
Because I want to change lives one taste bud at a time. In order to do that, I put love in my sauce. I don't think a lot of people do that.
Can't you hear it in the voice of the commercial? She ain't playing with y'all these sauce streets. Tell them, boo. Tell them. She ain't playing
You,
with y'all.
you ever hear like somebody just talk about the sauce and they make you want to get it? All you gotta do, like literally, her voice can be somebody's ASMR. They can go to sleep listening to that commercial there, and they'll just wake up saying, "I
With the
need
You
that
know,
sauce."
they gonna wake up with
that's the
something.
next
It might not be the sauce thoughts.
No,
but that's the next hustle for me. Is the book, the poetry book, and
Yes, please
the
elaborate
audio,
on your poetry, your
the
venture.
audio book,
you know
right?
how with that voice, that audio book is gonna sell like hotcakes. I'm telling you,
Bring money, bring money.
yeah.
Men will be your best seller. It'll be your bestseller in the men.
So one of the things that I did when I got to North Carolina, let's talk about the second one, before I go into the poetry. The second one was when I relocated to North Carolina and I worked for Duke University. One of the things that I had to do in the chemistry department, I had to work on the logistics for other chemistry and professors coming um, into Duke to um, give us seminars and workshops. So I formed a relationship with the AC Hotel Marriott by providing the logistics and things like nature. And so one day, March 2022, um, I sent an email and said I would love to showcase my sauce if you give me the opportunity. And sure enough, they did. I walked in. I literally had, I mean, I had a presentation like seafood salad, macaroni salad, the sauce. And when they tasted it, it was unbelievable, but you wouldn't believe it. The girl was like this. Let me tell you something. Oh, babe. Ooh, that sound like from where? From Maryland. So when she said she was from Maryland, bam. She said, we wanna vote. I said, you wanna vote? They were literally arguing. I said, what you voting on? For you to be in the marketplace. I said, excuse me. I walked in that hotel with $0. Zero. And I came out with an order of 150 um uh what they said 10. All I know was I had to do like 2020 bottles, and the lady ordered a whole pan of seafood salad. I walked out of that hotel with $283. My sauce was not tested. They sold my sauce in the AC Hotel Marriott. And then I replicate, and on top of that, they featured me on the menu on a slider. So it says featuring Miss Kickin when number
Fire,
two.
fire. Now tell now. Now let's go back to this poetry thing, because one thing that I think is dope about you, you got a fire pen game. That's dope. So the fact that you're about to do an actual poetry book, lit, lit. Now, is it gonna be physical copies as well as an audio book?
Oh yeah, it has to be. Yeah, because I like to read, and plus I'm designing the book cover. Um and and I just thought about one of the things that he said on that book cover. Will have icons like a silhouette of a woman and sun rays. So those rays that are coming off that woman, you will have icons, and icons will be three some or handcuffs or stuff like that, and that will be the chapter of the book. So then you can
Mm,
kind of know. Mm, okay. So, and then you will also have a CD along with it.
dope.
Yes,
If
ma'am.
you were a sauce, if you could describe yourself as a sauce, what are you made of?
Oh, I gotta hear this one.
My gosh. Oh, well, I described it because I said I'm a
We
little
talking
sweet and
about you.
Where
sassy.
you described it, you didn't describe you.
What are
You the
you made of
sauce.
specifically? Everything that adds up to you right now, what sauce would you become?
You
Not
Now
just
said
look,
sweet
your
and
slogan is
sour.
"What's the
now
What would you
sauce?
be?
What's your sauce?"
now be careful. Don't accidentally give us your recipe.
Yeah, don't do that.
Uh-huh.
Right. So no, no, I would never do that. I would be mm, okay. I sure will, sweetie. Um, that's a good question, because I think my sauce would be me. I would be Miss Cajun Persuasion.
Let's
Bars,
go. Let's go. Let's talk about it. Let's
bars,
talk about it.
bars, bars.
Now tell me the spices that add up to you being Cajun persuasion. What would you put in that sauce to make it be you?
Habanero pepper.
Whoa, you're spicy. Whoa, let's
And she's
go.
using the
Let's
voice
go.
when she's saying this too. I'm noticing. She's using the voice. Habanero
Um,
pepper.
um, cilantro.
Ooh.
Mm.
honey.
Keep talking. Keep
Mm.
talking. Mhm.
Oh shit.
Where's my drink?
Red pepper.
Oh God.
So we have habanero pepper, honey, cilantro, red pepper. Mm,
And then you got
gotta
one
have some
liquid.
paprika. One
Paprika.
You
liquid?
Oh,
might gotta make that for real,
Smoked
you
Malay.
paprika
got
or
You
one.
might
regular
You have
paprika?
gotta.
You
because you
want
have
it
to have
smoked
some.
or regular?
Ooh.
Say it again, Blue.
Smoked paprika or regular?
Smoke, darling.
Now you have to have one emulsifier because you got to bring it together, right, as a sauce. What perfect liquid would you actually, or emulsifier would you use to make it complete?
Olive oil.
Mm.
And she vegan, y'all. She going hard. She going hard. I need to praise it up.
Well,
Praise it up.
I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you right now, Malika. You probably gained the you probably gained a lot of male follow. All our male viewers are probably about to follow you, right? Like immediately after this show, immediately, like yeah. So
Yes.
with all that being said, because there's no way we can
Yes.
beat that last segment that we just did with you.
I
So
got you.
if anybody wants to get their hands on some of this immaculate, wonderful sauce, or if they want to stay up to date with what Malika has going on, tell them everywhere they can find you.
You can find me at www.misstjsauce.com or just Google me. Just say MS space Miss TJ and you will find me. I pop right on up because it's about the sauce, baby.
All right.
And
I can
on
All right.
all
guarantee
I'm
they
social
gonna
are.
media
tell you right
platforms.
now, you need to do another hustle because you need to be talking to people on the phone at a
All
certain
right.
time of
I
night.
need you to do like my
All right.
That is
voicemail
it.
for me.
I
Because
I
you
used
need
to
you
need
get
to
to
do.
talk to
value for that,
people.
sis.
Did you? That is so. See,
I
I
Yes,
bet.
knew it. I
back
knew
in
it
the
because you
day.
have such a wonderful voice. Mm-hmm.
Back in the
Mm-hmm.
And the
channel
thing,
Mm-hmm.
box.
I was gonna
Okay,
sell
sorry.
my body for lime juice.
All right, we didn't cut her off. Please tell one more, Malika, please. Your social media, please. What's your social media handle?
Yes. Instagram, Miss TJ Sauce, with two S's. Miss TJ Sauce on Facebook, and I am an influencer on TikTok. I am Miss TJ Sauce Boss on TikTok and Twitter, Miss TJ Sauce as well. You can all you got to do is just Google me, and you can find me. MS space TJ Sauce. And
I
I do want to say this is that when you talk about the grind and you talk about the hustle, this is not for me. This is not for me. This is for my children. This is for their legacy. I do this because of them and so that they can have something for their future. And that's what it means. And not only that, to be able to give back, because I want to be able to show people and teach and serve. And that's what it's about. So without further ado, I can't not leave without saying my poem. This is called Moving On. Moving on is having a smile on your face because the moment of grace has just entered your place of new beginnings. Keep on moving. Moving on is stop looking back on old loves and past relationships that has haunted the beauty of your eyes but had you mesmerized by what you had to offer inside. Keep on moving. Moving on is rebuilding of new material but refusing to become materialistic. What happened to everybody?
You're in the forefront. We're here, baby. Go ahead.
Oh, now y'all, oh my God, become materialistic. See, those things, those bling blings, they don't make you who you are. They're only to enhance where you're trying to go. Moving on is helping all races of people to reflect on the past, but to not live for things that one cannot have. And lastly, the no filter show. Some soulmates do dissipate to worldly temptations, only to find themselves wondering if they can trade places and go back into the arms of sublime dedication. I'm going to slow it down. Moving on is some soulmates do dissipate to worldly temptations, only to find themselves wondering if they can trade places and go back into the arms of sublime dedication. Moving on is forgiving to begin living. Keep on moving, keep on moving. Apollo 2001. Give me some, no filter. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Give it up for Malika. Oh my gosh, we got a performance today. I was not expecting that. Dang, that was fire, girl. Woo! All right, well, I can guarantee you this.
I love you, Quick.
I love you too, babe. I love you too. Thank you so much for gracing us with your gifts and your presence today. Now,
hold on, before you leave. So you know
we gotta get the uncle again.
No. Uncle staying where he need to stay at. He probably watching the playoffs right now.
Okay.
Well, we're content creators, and I personally have never had your sauce. So one of our next contents will be us tasting your sauce live, recording it, and doing a review on it. We're gonna do that for you.
And that would not be a proper presentation without the official brand ambassador hosting this thing. Now, we can call it right now. We will hold and granted, Rock here, he never gets out from behind the camera, but he will be this time. I'm going to be sure of it. I am going to hold a taste test. I'm going to hold a taste test with the rest of the crew.
We're going to see Rock?
Yeah, we're going to see him.
Okay, good.
Okay, we're going to taste the sauce.
Because the next time...
Go ahead,
you sure?
I'm sorry.
Yes, he's gonna taste this. Yes, they're gonna. They're gonna taste the sauce. Yes. Phoenix too. She's gonna indulge in the sauce, in your sauce, okay? All in your sauce. Knee deep in your sauce.
Oh boy.
Go ahead. What you gonna say, Bo? I'm sorry.
Oh my God. No, I was saying. Oh no, you beat me to the punch. I shut up. I'm shut.
But anyways,
I got you.
Yeah. The official no filter Miss TJ Sauce taste test is coming soon. Brought to you by Miss TJ Sauce and her brand ambassador. Yeah. So you are gonna watch. No, you good? What you gonna say?
I wanna thank you. I wanna thank you for having me on the show today. It felt good to see him blush. That was pretty good. I love it. So thank you so much.
So yeah, you did your job today.
Right. Yeah. And it
we see why you got
very
paid
different
for that voice.
Than him.
That is dope. Yeah, definitely. You see, as great as she is, for the split second, she reverted back to her old profession and used that voice for bad, just to get a blush out of Mo over there. You're not slick, Malika. Thank you so much for coming on. I'm going to hit you up very soon. We got work to do. And as the brand ambassador, I'm telling y'all seen my IG posts and all that stuff. Get the sauce.
Absolutely.
Malika out.
Thank y'all.
Thank you so much, Malika.
I appreciate y'all. Thank you so much for having me. Y'all have a blessed day and night.
You too, Queen. That was Miss TJ Sauce, people. That was lit. You can't ask for a situation like that.
Mo, are you okay?
Wait, Rock. No. Hold on, man. Hold on, man. Hold on, man.
Mo,
Rock.
Do you need to go change your drawers, sir?
Hey, Mo, you know we saw that, right? You know she got you.
You got me.
She made Mo moist.
Bruh, and you light skinned, so we saw you light up like a light bulb, bruh. Like real talk.
Bruh. I was trying trying to like not shoot any shots, and she fired off. She was like, rah. I was like, no, I'm gentle. I'm just a gentle soul. I just became a fan.
All that macho is went right out the window.
She's
crumble,
such a
boy.
lady.
Crumble.
All the women do that to you.
She came into the show hearing him talking about balls. She was like, whoa, okay.
Like she went and got the switch she was talking about, bro.
Okay. All right,
So,
we can go there.
So look,
balls and free spirits. Balls and free spirits.
Just to keep the show going real quick, I got a video I want to play real quick. This is one of my favorite TikTok videos, and I'm playing this one because he just made a part 2, and that joint funny as shit. Hold on, let me run the in the words of let me run.
Oh, that's my guy.
Look.
God,
how did you even get up here?
I took the steps. Mind you, it's a lot of steps. It's a lot.
How
of steps
did you
to get
even get in the gate?
My cousin working the gates. Yeah. By the way, if I would have known that you let these type of people up here, I would have been up here a long time ago. Anyway, I can't. Is that Whitney Houston?
Yes, Kali.
Oh my God! You know she's a snow crack.
What does that have to do with you?
Is Nipsey Hussle up here?
Yes.
Where he at?
Busy.
Tell my cousin I said what's up.
That's not your family.
Yeah, it is.
And what that mean?
Christ.
Kali, get out.
Wow. You gonna kick me out of heaven?
Absolutely.
I've been kicked out of bigger and better anywhere.
Like where? Enlighten me.
Like Magic City.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it kicked me out on my birthday. I was actually surprised.
Get out.
Why in the world you annoy God? Now that is crazy.
Hey, young, that nigga said, how you get in here? You know, my cousin worked the gates. Hey, yeah. Low key, I think it's just, he sound like a PG nigga, bro. He sound like a nigga that went to Sula. I ain't even gonna lie to you.
Hey, bro, only us, yeah. That's exactly how I envision. If there is a pearly gate, but when I get to the pearly gates, I'm gonna be hustling like a mug. I gotta find it. He had a jug of water, bro.
Hey, bro, it was a lot of steps. It was a lot of steps, bro.
That must be the freshest water ever, man.
Boy, that's your warm as shit. It is mostly spit at the bottom, bro. You know how many times he sipped that joint and backwashed in there, bro?
We've never talked about that. What is like if you had the funniest perspective on like your idea of getting to heaven, what would it be? Like, what is your ideal like heavenly experience if you go there? What's the first thing you're gonna do?
I just want to see if I'm a fly. Go around looking around. You made it. You made it too. I'm gonna do a lot of.
You really can't leave the pettiness on earth. How you petty in heaven?
I'm
like,
not
they let you in here. How you get in here?
Bruh.
You stole from the collection plate. You really got in here?
I got two things I'm gonna do when I get to heaven, right? One, I'm gonna find my mama. That's first, right? Two, she gonna smack me because I'm gonna be like, hey, God, where's the smoking section at?
Quick.
Bruh. I definitely gotta see my nanny, you know. Gotta see all the loved ones first. That's first order of business. It's a huge family reunion about to pop up. And I gotta be introduced to all the ancestors I didn't get to meet. You know, got to do all that. And then I'm gonna meet all the musical icons that have surpassed before my time, and we are gonna hit the lab. I am making a record. Imagine this. Just imagine this. Rock with me for a second. A super collaboration. I'm pulling a heavenly DJ Khaled. It's gonna be me, Pac, Big, as well as MJ, Sam Cooke, and Marvin Gaye on one song. We can make it happen. So yeah, those are my orders of business there.
So Everybody said some pivotal things to them, and meanwhile, I'm just trying to check my asshole still exists, and if I have fluffy cottonelle when I get up there, because I want to take a shit. I just want to take a shit in heaven, yeah.
The runs don't
First
exist.
of all,
What if you go up there and your butthole don't even exist anymore? You've been used to an asshole all this time, and you just can't take a dump no more, yeah. Can you imagine life without a dump?
we gonna
Taking
be
a dump is
finding the
heaven.
wine.
Taking a dump is real. That's heaven. That's heaven. That's the best shit I ever did in my life is take a shit. Yep, my
The
bad.
fact that you put that as the best thing you ever did,
Yeah, bro.
that is very GI.
So you telling me that when you was in an emergency situation, when you finally made it to that porcelain god, you didn't look up and say, "Thank you, Jesus."
Yeah, because I made it.
I
made it to the thing.
You do get
I be praying like, just hold me. Come on, heighten the muscles until I get to this toilet. You know, and when I make it, you know.
And the only
put
thing
up the
that
field goal side. It's good,
bro. Thank you. Finally, me and him we agree. But the only other thing that I would be checking for is if I can take a bowel movement up there, because it's gonna be a long line.
That's the first thing.
No, that's the first thing. The second thing is always going to be if the corn survived the travel. Corn survives everything. I want to make sure there's no corn in
Yo, what?
So you're going to examine your. All right.
Is it trans-spiritual?
But for one, if it's heaven, there's always a
trans realm.
But like for one, and for real, in your perfect world is heaven, so there's always a bathroom available. All those long lines is human earthly stuff, you know.
So no,
this is heaven you talking about.
First of all, hold on. First, skip all of that. We gonna find Jesus because he's gonna have to tell him everything to why. We want to have a whole conversation.
Nah, hold on. I got one question for God when I get there, and this is a serious one. Did OJ do it?
OJ gonna be on the side. Mind your business.
What if he made it? What if OJ really made it though?
Oh, we in hell then. We in hell.
Well, it's a section up there specifically for those who are like in between.
The honorable
That's
mentions.
called purgatory. And the in-betweeners are still on earth roaming.
That's where
bodiless.
My shits are gonna be taken.
No, he's gonna be in the corner. You gonna shit in purgatory?
Yeah. God gonna squeeze me like a toothpaste tube.
Oh shit. You know what?
Beetlejuice.
It's showtime. Quick, what's going on over there, Quick?
My bad, Quick. My bad, bro.
This dude said the first thing he wants to do when he gets to heaven is take a shit.
Yeah.
I mean, technically, the travel there, difference in gravity, I don't know. It might cause a shift.
Jesus made fish.
Well, for one, you get all new clothes when you get there. So
what? Okay, let's talk about couture. Since we're going Kanye West, what will we be wearing? Adidas foam posits? What are we gonna do?
I'm pretty sure it'll be all white.
Oh,
white. You know what?
It's an all white party up here.
In something.
Not for me. I can't wear all white there because I'm gonna be wiping my ass.
You know what?
Well,
go in the corner right now.
You know what? It's heaven, so it's gonna be the perfect weather outside all day, every day. You feel me? So
they're gonna give Mo some biker shorts.
I think it'll be probably some shorts, the wife beater, and the bucket hat.
I have no legs. Evidently, right? So I shouldn't have legs. The way you describe it, Quick. Like I shouldn't be wearing shorts. It should be just you finally gonna go commando, Quick. You're just gonna be flying with your dick hanging. Yeah, there's no legs. It's just dick hanging.
What?
Nah, Adam and Eve messed that up for us, so can't do that.
No. You only need one leg in heaven.
Never.
It's fucking allowed in you know what? This is going too far.
Yeah, please. Can we move on?
Way left.
How do you create more angels? Somebody gotta do it. Oh, my bad. So you telling me we're going up there in the color of cum, and
No,
all of
no,
a sudden,
no,
I'm
no.
so glad that young lady is not here anymore. Young, she was.
I'm sure she
Yeah,
will
I'm
have
so
a
glad.
comeback for you.
Oh God, don't come back for me. Just if I get sent back down to hell, just because I know I fought my way up, I know I convinced somebody up there to let me in. Yeah, don't come back for me. Yeah, yeah.
Hold on, man. I got another video I gotta queue up, bro.
Let's get it.
Hold on, because we keep talking about heaven and stuff. See, I was about to say and shit. You feel me? My divide, I'm trying. Lord
Let's
knows
get it.
why.
Let's get it. Hey, quick, I love you, bro.
All right,
I
hold
love you,
on.
bro. I love you.
Quick is probably sick of us. Quick, like these. I can't say these niggas because he don't say that word. These black gentlemen make me sick sometimes, but I love them.
These ninjas.
These ninjas.
These ninjas.
Hey, you know what? Quick, that's what you got to say. You got to say ninjas. All right, you ready? Here's part 2, y'all. Let's get it.
Why are you even up here?
Huh?
Why are you up here?
I was look. I came up here because I was looking for my wallet. I dropped my wallet. I was coming back to get it.
How do you keep getting in here?
Oh, dude that you got at working the gate. I've been on him since I was a little jit. Yeah. But anyway, is that Luther Vandross?
Yeah.
Oh my God. You know he like memes.
Kali.
All them songs is boy. It's crazy to me. But I'm saying, why it's like weed up here?
No, it does not.
Yeah, dude.
No, it don't.
A little bit.
Little nothing. Get out. Kali, get out.
All right. I'm gonna go. But listen, can you bless me with a few dollars?
What's a few dollars?
Like $1 million.
No.
Give me one good reason why you won't.
You don't even pay your tithes and offering now. Why would I do that?
Give me 2 good reasons then.
Hey, bro.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
Bruh.
Oh shit. I would actually describe the feelings that I'm feeling, but it'd probably be too descriptive, yeah, because that is funny as fuck, bro. Yo, what the fuck? What? That is genius, bro. That is genius.
Yeah.
And Quick would just go up there and just be like the water boy and shit. Well, Mama said, Jesus said that we gonna wear gowns and be waterproof.
Okay. So since we're talking about we laughed a little bit, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Mowed and blushed and probably did some other things to himself. No. But probably not too far behind him.
He's on his way.
Hey, firstly,
he knows her personally. Let's watch him.
I am good. I've known that woman for a long time.
Oh, he said he already.
He done already surpassed his wet stage. He's dry now.
Look at his face. Like, well, so let's talk about it. I'm about to play this footage and we about to just really unpack what this man says.
White. Explain to me know that you are a white man. If you know that you are white, explain to me how you know this. Okay. My mother is Portuguese and she's white. My father is Scottish with blonde and blue eyes. And you reckon they are white? I reckon. All right. Listen to this conversation. If I get water, it's quite simple. Yeah. I get a black can, a white one, a blue one, and a yellow one. And I fill them with water and seal them. Yeah, okay. When you look, would you see the water? You can't see the water at all. What would you see? Nothing, just the white. You would see the different colors. The different colors. And if you trust those eyes of yours, you're going to believe that they're different, aren't you? I will believe it. Until you go and fucking taste them. Correct. And what are you going to discover? That it's all just water. All one. One missing diversity, we call it. Yeah. Now you see all these human beings that you see, who believe that they are Japanese, Chinese, blacks, and whites. Yeah. They are the same. And if you go to any one of them, excuse me, sir, what color is your mind? You see, hear what he said?
He doesn't know what color his mind is.
No, go and ask a Japanese, he don't know either.
No.
Because we are spirits living in different color physical bodies. We are not our bodies. When you look with the eyes, you are not seeing me, you are seeing the body. Just like I tell you, when you look at the tins of things, you won't see the water, will you?
No.
It's a, you look at my body and say I'm a black man, that is a program. You was programmed from birth, yeah, to believe that you are blacks and whites. But you fuck all like that. You're just a spirit in a body full of the same stinking shit.
Well, firstly, word to the wise. Now, I'm not even going to fully comment on this yet because throughout the duration of me watching and listening to the OG there, I saw Phoenix doing this to the video, and I saw Mo doing. So I would like to see this difference of opinion. Ladies first.
Okay, so my agreement is because we are spirit. One, two, race is a social construct. It is not anything that we are born with. It was created. Don't yap me. It was created by the government to separate the different people so that they can make one bigger than the other. That's later on, so I can go to sleep. And anyway, that's what it is. That's why.
This is how Phoenix do it.
I like that one. I think she's like Professor X. Yeah, she fucks herself through her
I'm
eyeballs
Professor.
and
Why
shit.
not?
Mind
Yeah.
control.
Is this on me yet? Listen, I love my elders. I love what he's saying. The idea of it is beautiful. But motherfucker, come here to Washington, fucking DC, and drive in traffic. Nigga, you are the most, I can describe yellow niggas, white niggas, African niggas, Japanese niggas, and definitely Hispanic
This man
niggas.
has a gift, y'all. I'm trying to tell you. He has a gift.
I don't give a fuck what he talking about. You can seal every nigga up that I just described in a bottle and give them a car, and I know exactly who the fuck they are. I know Hispanic people, how they drive. I know Jamaican people, how they drive. Africans, Haitians. I can look at y'all by the way y'all drive and what you drive. And the one nigga out here that is the only cerebral guy is me.
Okay.
See how the pinky just flutters the, like, I don't know how you, like, how do you do it? But it is literally that easy. I do not agree. We are different genetically. We're
Come on,
different.
man. No, wait a
Nope.
minute.
I'm saying it.
Wait a minute. I agree that we are different genetically. You're absolutely right. But it's the same fucking thing.
What? What's the same
We're
thing?
all the same, bro.
Give us one commonality that I haven't seen on 295.
We bleed red.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Time out. I'm gonna tell
Who
you.
bleeds the most red in accidents?
Listen. I'm gonna break it down to you like this. And I hate using this example, but it is what it is. You feel me? Dogs. We all know a dog is a dog, right? No matter if it's a pit bull, a Rottweiler, a German Shepherd, a Doberman, a little hot dog, a Chihuahua, a English Yorkie, a Schnitzeldoodle, nigga, it's still a dog. You feel me? It's just different. You feel me? At the end of the day, we don't say that, oh, I got a dog, but it's not a dog. You be like, yeah, I got a pit bull, but we still understand that it's a dog. You feel me? So we are all really still the same. It's still a fucking. We're
Hey, bro, shut the fuck up, bro.
what
It's like
you?
trying to make sense of a half smoking a hot dog.
Well, no,
bro.
it makes perfect sense
You're fucking me
because
up with this.
because a Chihuahua is genetically different from a Rottweiler dog.
Thank you.
But it's still a dog. But no. I'm not pulling for you. It's genetically different than a Rottweiler, but it's still a dog.
I'm agreeing with you.
Like
I'm
there's a
agreeing
dog
to
right
disagree.
there.
We're all genetically different, but we're still human.
I ain't got the same
Exactly.
genetics as you,
We're
bro.
spirit.
You don't dang sure nobody got the same genetics as Phoenix. We want those, those powers.
If
I
we
don't
were
want you to.
if we weren't the same, then you feel me? You're supposed to have an extra eye. You feel me? I'm supposed to have an extra dick somewhere. You feel me? Like come on. Like we're supposed to be different if
that's
we're not the
philosophy.
same. You feel
And
me?
that's preaching. That's preaching right there. That's preaching right there.
So I mean, that's why like I really hate this color shit, and it blows me. It really.
So are we going on like genitalia?
No, bro. We're talking about just. Here we go. Let me guess. You want to talk about assholes?
No, not buttholes. No more buttholes.
All assholes
That's
the same
not a
color?
genitalia.
Hey, look, in porn it is.
Thank you.
But I'm saying, no, what I'm saying is this, bro. We're all the same, bro. We're all the same and we're different.
Let's be real. All right, let me cut the jokes out. Let's be real. We are one fucking being. We may differ in genetic variants. We may be a little bit lengthier, shorter torsos, ugly feet, whatever the fuck it is, right?
Some of them got bigger chins.
Exactly. But genetically speaking, we are one fucking race, right? I must say that the elder was dropping jewels on that one. And that when he actually when I saw that, when I heard that, I got it completely. Is that on the inside, yeah, we're all the same people. You can't necessarily differentiate between flesh, right? Until the pigmentation on the outside comes out. But deep down inside, mentally, emotionally, we are one. Everybody's going to feel pain. Everybody's going to go through the mental aspects of trying to be great, which we touched on earlier, bro. We are the same goddamn beings,
So let me ask you a serious question. What you just said, right? It's common sense, correct? It's not really hard to really understand that simple fact right there. It's not.
It's not.
So what is stopping
media?
Oh,
media. So here you have it. We're amidst the playoffs. We're amidst. You can just look at sports as a whole. So you have certain sports where darker skinned people of color dominate more so than people of any other color, right? Lighter skinned people, people of different hues. I think that we take that, we conceptualize it, and we see it. You know what I'm saying? And we just internalize that shit. Like we go for it. We go for the bullshit. We go for the bullshit that we are genetically not equal to anybody else, or that we are superior on certain levels. It's just like credit scores. White people look at credit scores just the same way we look at sports. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They dominate that fucking game. I don't know how the fuck they do it, but they do it. So I'm just trying to get on the credit score game. Yeah, fuck it.
They pay shit back on time.
That's impossible. No, they don't.
Not all the time.
Nah, it's what's crazy, and I drop a jewel real quick. It's always ways to pump fake your credit score up, and I learned that selling cars. You know what I'm saying? Like the people that didn't have the good enough credit score where their deposits had to be, you know what I'm saying, like rather larger than normal. You know what I'm saying? We had to kind of coach them how to get their credit score together. So what we used to tell them is go get like a gas card or go get like a Walmart card. You feel me? And just keep that jump, make small purchases, pay your shit on time. You feel me? But don't go over a certain percentage of your credit limit. what's going to
Work a
happen
9 to
is
5.
Yeah,
exactly.
it's like 30%.
Be black.
Yeah, actually, they said now it's like you're right, Phoenix. It's like 30, but now I think they said it's like 20, no more than 23%. They got it down to the T for that jump to just boost your. You do that for like a couple months, you're gonna pump fake your credit score up. You feel me? Your shit gonna jump constantly. And once they extend your credit line, you definitely win. You feel me? So, little quick
Yeah,
jewel.
for shit show.
But what
Quick.
you really think the media is controlling us? Because
Everything about us is controlled by the media, bro.
So I feel you. So that's partial. I don't understand how we can see each other every day in passing.
We don't.
Hold on. Just deal with each other on a regular basis because no matter what, listen, hold on, let me finish. No matter what, where you go, you can't duck us. We can't duck each other, bro. You feel me? Like, listen, hold on. We can't. There's situations where you can't duck a race. You feel me? Or a different. I don't even. I hate even calling it that shit. But you feel me? You can't duck people that's different from you. So like when you got
go ahead. No, finish.
So my question is, when you have a chance to interact with someone, you feel me? Like what's stopping that?
I have never let interactions stop me. I've never let interactions. Now, whether the interactions are going to be cordial and violent and or subject to individualisms, tribalisms, even if they are the same color, it doesn't make them your brother. It doesn't make them your sisters. You dig what I'm saying? I think the major issue here is that like I said, media, even from day one, even with just rights, we've seen that over time and over these hundreds of years, is that hue and colorism and tribalism is just a part of the fabric of being human. Everybody wants to feel superior. We've all read these different books and these deities and these different chapters of certain scriptures that make us feel more important than the other. There is no neutral book. There is no neutral commercials. There are no neutral credit scores. There are no neutral housing credits. There's nothing neutral out here. So therefore, we're all fighting for resources. The media plays a major part in that. The government, which is a part of the media, plays a major part of that. I can never look at anybody that does not mark off or check black. You dig what I'm saying? And look at them as my equal. We're not equals. We're not equals. They can never go on a basketball court and check off white and be like, we're equals. When the dominance of sports, you know what I'm saying, is for most people of color. I can never go to a Home Depot and stand outside. And old Jose over there, me and him just sitting there drinking. He gonna want to take the job first. You hear what I'm saying? Like even the Home fucking Depot is the microcosm of this big ass picture. The police will harass our asses congregating before they will my homies from the brown side are getting harassed. So let's not paint this picture like we're equal. We're just not in the scheme of the media and the ideals of people, bro. Like, no, we're just not.
We suffered it. I'm about to piss you off when I say this. We all suffer different types of disadvantages. I didn't know if you was gonna take that the right way. I had to make sure I worded that right. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like until they go through what we go through, they will never understand. You feel me? And I mean, I don't mean to sound like an ass, but I would love to know what they go through because
who has gone through more? And you know what? And I don't want to go that deep because it's really a bigger picture out here that I really wanted to talk about before we go into colorism. Let's talk about sexism. Can we go there? Can we go there before we get off here? All right, because as y'all know, we are taking a break after this. So let's go ahead and stretch this one. Let's stretch this topic. So, of course, Governor DeSantis, or DeSantos, DeSantis, he outlawed actual children being at gay pride and or trans drag shows. There has been an uproar because of that. What do y'all think about that?
All right, so as a parent, there was always a close eye on what my kids seen and watch. You feel me? And it's completely inappropriate. You feel me? If I couldn't be 13 at a titty bar or at a strip club, then why should a child be allowed to go to that type of function? That's not for kid at all.
That right there alone, I need to hear from the Phoenix.
I was like, I was sitting here wondering what the uproar is. Why is there an uproar for children not being able to go watch men dress up as women, but dance provocatively, excuse me. And again, if you can't go to the strip club at a certain age, should you be able to see men in drag? Why should you be at a parade that men or women or whoever are dressed naked or have things hanging out that children should not be able to see? So I don't understand the uproar.
Let's listen to exactly what Governor DeSantis had to say.
Protect Florida's children. However, critics say these laws attack the trans community. Governor Ron DeSantis signing 5 bills at a Protecting Florida Children event at Cambridge Christian School in Tampa.
We need to let our kids just be kids.
The new laws expand the Parental Rights and Education Act, banning instruction on sexual orientation and gender identity now from pre-K through 8th grade. The new law also bans gender-affirming care for minors, prohibits children from sexually explicit adult performances, including drag shows, restricts the use of pronouns in schools, and restricts bathroom use based on your biological sex.
We're protecting kids, and we're going to protect kids when it's popular. We'll protect kids even when you take some incoming as a result of maybe offending some ideologies or some agendas out there, but that's fine.
Critics are calling it an attack on the LGBTQ community.
Governor Ron DeSantis has just signed into law the largest slate of anti-LGBTQ bills in Florida's history. And we receive this as it is intended, as an all-out attack on Florida.
Supporters believe they're protecting children.
The other side believes that 8-year-olds should pick their pronouns, that 9-year-olds should read books about sex, that 10-year-olds should be able to take puberty blockers.
The LGBTQ community vowing to stand in unity and continue fighting.
We will make sure every family is respected and every child is protected. Florida is the front line in this fight against fascism.
The last law.
Let's rap about it.
Okay, so what bothers me, and I know Quick, you have something to say because I hear the huffing and puffing. You're kind of like in between a lot of that, but I want to say this. What would be the thoughts or the comments or the uproar or the marching if a heterosexual man walked down the street with his dick out around children? What would be the uproar if a heterosexual woman walked around naked around children? Why is there such an attack on heterosexuality when it comes to everything? Our children, again, are supposed to be children. Children have their own way of figuring out sexuality. They have their own timeline. They have their own curiosities. We should not be pushing anything, whether it's heterosexuality or homosexuality or whatever, the LGBTQ, whatever, on our children. So I don't get, even after the explanation, why there's an uproar. Why does this even have to go into law? That doesn't even make sense to me. This should not be something that has to go to the courts. Should not be something that you have to tell them that you can't talk about this, and children in pre-K don't need to know what he, she, her. I mean, you know, you're this, you know, you're that. I don't get that. That's just something I do not understand, and it does not matter what you identify as. It doesn't matter who you deal with and sleep with. These are children, and the last thing that needs to be on their mind is who they need to identify themselves as, other than the name. Why this man looks like this woman, or this woman looks like this man? How come I know what a penis or a vagina looks like? How come I can't use vagina or penis? How come I can't be called a boy or girl? How come I can't walk around this way, that way? Why I got to share this bathroom with this person, and this person does have this and they have it? I mean, it's just too much for a child to have to deal with. It doesn't make sense to me. Why are we worrying about hormones? Why are we worrying about it? Just does not make sense. It should not have gotten to a place where we have to pass a law in order for kids to be kids. It just makes no sense to me at all.
Come on, quick. We waiting.
I don't know what you're waiting for, but how I feel, there's a reason for everything. This is the same exact reason. For one, I'm a movie buff. Okay, I love movies, love film, watch a lot of movie trailers. But there's one thing that happens in movie trailers. At the end, there's something called a rating. And I couldn't see the American Pie movie when I was a kid because at the end of the trailer, it says, rated R, not suitable for children under the age of 12, 13, whatever the rating was back then. Same deal. Nothing's different. There's restrictions on movies you can see. You got to be accompanied by an adult. You have to have adult permission with a license and stuff. And my thoughts remain the same. I don't care whether it's heterosexual or if it's LGBT related. Kids should not be exposed to sexuality when they can't even spell their own name. At all. No sexuality. It doesn't matter what kind. That's for adults. Let them be kids and let them learn how to count to 10. I digress.
I just want to say,
Go ahead.
What happened to the days where kids can be kids? You feel me? Where all they had to worry about was watching cartoons, going outside, playing tag, red light, green light, TV tag. You feel me? Like, what happened to those days? Video games. You feel me? When we got older, we discovered sex. You feel me? We live life to discover ourselves. Now it's kind of like they're trying to dictate that shit. You feel me? Like it kills me because it's just like your kids are, first and foremost, kids are easily influenced. I guarantee you, every last one of us at one point of our lives wanted to be a fucking Power Ranger.
I was a Red Ranger.
You hear me? I was the green. That's how easily influenced we are. As young boys. Mo, quick, how many times you went outside and found a tree branch that looked like a gun and y'all played cops and robbers and shit? You feel me?
Bruh, I tied a towel around my neck and tried to fly off the bed.
You hear me? Easily influenced. So you want to sit up there and throw sex and gender choices at a child with a big ass imagination that really can't comprehend reality from it. Just, I don't get it.
That's what they're working on. They're working on that imagination. And so the same as we look at Disney characters, the same as we looked at Ken and Barbie with no genitalia, but we seen boobs. The same way, like, it's all fantasy. They're on that shit. They're gonna manipulate the mind as much as they can. I would compare that. I would compare how they're doing this now to the way the evolution of hip hop did us when it translated from love and power to gangsterism. It's media push. My bad. I'm going off subject. Go ahead. Y'all go ahead.
Oh, Camille, that's kind of a middle school is kind of that age where they are interested in sex. I mean, sometimes kids get interested a little earlier. So I get the sex education because I did sex education in sixth grade, sixth or seventh grade. So
Yep.
I get that, and they don't even go into positions and stuff. They're giving the reproductive system. They're telling you different things. They're not going into they didn't used to.
No, they showed me how to put that dick in there.
Did
Let's stop playing.
did they?
Let's stop playing. Yes, they
They
did.
didn't do
Yeah.
that with me my class.
I know where that head go.
Well, they didn't do that with my class. But anyway, but either way, like they're again, I agree with all of you guys and everything that was said. Again, they are worried about sex, but they won't teach them how to write in cursive.
Do you know why?
Yeah, because if you can't sign your name, you can. It's like put an X there or have it digitalized because they have a lot of digitalization of cursive handwriting. I mean, and these are things that we should be using, we should be doing, and they
Hey,
want to talk about sex.
can I tell
Yeah,
you my theory?
what's the theory?
All of our old laws and amendments were written in what?
They were written in cursive.
If you can't write in it, you can't read it. If you can't read it, you don't have the knowledge.
You don't know. Yeah, that makes sense.
Now, before we go and before we kick the bucket tonight, all right, I just want to give y'all a crazy, random, fun ass fact about this subject here, right? So there was a movie that came out years ago called Idiocracy. Everybody raise their hands. Everybody knows what Idiocracy was. Y'all
Yeah.
can throw your hands up in the right, exactly. The crazy fun fact about Idiocracy is that they were looking for futuristic shoes that they could wear that were cheap because they couldn't afford the costumes because it was a low budget film. Can you guess, fellas? Because I already know Phoenix, she already got it. She already got it. Can you guess what shoe was the futuristic shoe in Idiocracy?
What was the year of the
It
movie?
don't matter the year. You just guess the futuristic shoe that we wear now.
New Balances.
Okay, I'll give you New Balances. Quick.
Nikes or Air Forces.
Man. Hey, Phoenix, go ahead and reveal that. What was it?
They were Crocs.
What?
Oh, how about that?
Let me go ahead and order my pair. I've been
Orange
fighting
Crocs.
it.
Weren't they orange?
Well,
Yeah.
those shoes are so. I told myself I'd never get a pair of them joints.
Well, guess what? Quick, I'm about to find me some Eagles Crocs.
You can have
Bruh,
that.
you don't have to buy the shoe, but I have Croc slides.
I mean, see, I know one dang thing. I ain't getting them. I ain't getting them dang clogs that they got there. No,
I'm gonna
I'm
order
good.
you one.
Every
What
time you
size shoe
turn
you
around,
wear?
they
I will
sell them
not.
on the
I will
street.
not
They
wear
got
them.
off-brand Crocs. They got Knox. They got everything.
I don't know
These
how they
kids
got so
want Crocs.
popular, bro.
My cousin, one of my cousins, that's all she wears.
They got Croc heels though.
Yeah, like what?
Crocs are very comfortable. I ain't even gonna hold you. The slides especially. But with that being said, everybody, quick, where can they find you at?
Your mama house.
Hey, my mama's 78. If you can still hit that, I'm hitting yours too. We gonna fair exchange, no robbery, bro.
My dad will shoot. My dad will shoot you, and I wasn't even talking about your mama.
He got personal. Oh shit, I love it. I
My
love you,
dad will
Quick.
shoot
I
your
really
ass,
love you.
bro.
I know damn well he is, and that's my man right there. I didn't mean it like that. I'm sorry, sir. Sir, I take it all back. I'm sorry.
Don't take it. Don't take it back now. He got one with your name on it.
Please don't have one with my name on it. Please don't. Please
Just make
don't.
sure.
You're a sharpshooter too, so.
Oh shit! Please, I hope you're not watching. I did not mean
Oh,
it
he
like
gonna see
that.
this.
Oh shit!
It's jokes, pops. It's jokes. Don't shoot my brother, please. Not my brother, Mo.
He gonna shoot the shit out of me.
IamKQuake.com. We in here. Y'all know the vibes.
Man, of course, I'm your man, GIMO, aka non-GMO, on all platforms. And yes, of course, I love everybody, man. Great discussions. Thanks for everybody that was in the chat. Love y'all.
I am the Blue Phoenix. You can catch me at the Blue Phoenix Hills everywhere. I want to thank Miss Sauce for coming on here and sassing it up. I told you, I knew she was sassy. I knew it, and I'm glad she came on and showed off and made Mo blush. That was just so cute. Also, you guys, both sides of the coin was not on last night. I did get some messages, so we apologize. We had some technical issues, and but we do have one more show for the month before we go on our summer break. So catch us on what's that, May 31st, and we'll bring out May with a bang.
And contribute.
Yeah.
For all of y'all that did inbox her, give her the subject matters that y'all really want to hear us discuss and deliberate.
Yeah. Thank you guys for always being with us, following us, hanging with us, anything that we do. We really appreciate you guys.
And I am the man, the myth, the legend, TaylorMade Rock. Make sure y'all follow me on all social media platforms at TaylorMade Rock. Now, I have a quick announcement. As y'all know, we are getting back to our content. And as I'm sitting here scrolling on Amazon, putting my Crocs inside of my cart, I discover and see that the edible tarantulas are back in stock. Hey, Mo. Hey, Weezy. I think it's time for another trail mix challenge. What you say?
Meh, 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 meh.
Look at Weezy like, there you go, volunteer me for shit again. Phoenix, are you ready?
I guess I don't have a choice. I'm the only one to deal with this nutcase up there.
Hey. Look, he ready. He ready.
Sprinkle some roaches in there.
My kids watched that video, right? They were gagging. It was like, I can't believe you did that. I'm like, me
Both of
either.
y'all
Look who
eat a
I'm sitting
hissing roach.
beside.
Hey, quick, you want to eat that tarantula with him?
Nah, I don't like spiders.
Yeah, that's why you got to eat it. Protein.
I'm good.
Oh, okay. Well, it's been a beautiful show. Appreciate y'all for kicking it with us this whole entire 2 hours and 20 minutes? Damn, we really got it in tonight. But look, we'll be back next week for, is that our last show?
Last show. Last guest.
Exactly.
No,
Tune in.
Oh, yeah, that is our last show, yeah.
We got the Wake and Bake show coming in fucking with us. We got NOO and we got CeeLo. Oh, my bad. We got Cody coming in. He changed his name on me. But anyway, man, y'all check in with us next week. We are the No Filter Show. Good night, y'all.